Summer months are typically a high point for the air travel industry.
And the airlines are trying to keep it that way in this tough economy by lowering ticket prices. But some Gulf Coast travelers might be saying the prices at Mobile Regional Airport are still too high. In
tonight's special report, Fox 10 News reporter Carrie Chow examines why the port city has a more expensive ticket to ride.
Anyone who has compared ticket prices between Gulf Coast airports knows Mobile Regional is typically higher priced than Pensacola and Gulfport. But changes at the airport and the community could lead to changes in your wallet. You won't find T. Bruce McKinnon sitting in front of his computer all that often. The vice president of Elevator World Incorporated is constantly trekking across the globe for his work.
I just read the other day in Delta Sky magazine that their longest leg, longest flight is from Atlanta to Mumbai, India, of which I've flown twice now. So I was like, oh man, it's like 19 hours.
McKinnon estimates he travels out of the Gulf Coast at least 10 times a year for business and pleasure. While the Mobile resident prefers departing from home, airfare has led him to the ticket counters in Pensacola.
I have recently flown out of Pensacola for a trip that I took to Atlanta because it was substantially cheaper. The flight from Mobile to Atlanta was around $365, plus taxes and fees, so it would probably be nearly $400, and the flight out of Pensacola was $199.
These are sample airfares to Atlanta from Mobile, Pensacola, and Gulfport on May 7th. The numbers are compiled by a fare analyzer with SwiftTrip. With a 21-day advance purchase and at least a 3-night stay, it cost $139 from Pensacola, $219 from Gulfport, and $229 from Mobile. Now, meanwhile, with no advance purchase, it cost $359 from Pensacola, $629 from Gulfport, and $702 from Mobile.
We have more seats out of Pensacola. We have larger aircraft. We have first class. So we have a little bit more seat capacity on our market.
More seats translates to more available discount tickets. Belinda Zephyr of the Pensacola Regional Airport says seat capacity is just one of several factors that go into pricing. Another is the demand for airfare.
With the demand being down, the airlines are reducing the fares along the Gulf Coast. You just have to plan ahead to be able to get that type of a fare.
Another reason that Pensacola has lower fares than Mobile is AirTran Airways, the discount carrier. Discount carriers can offer lower fares because they often eliminate certain traditional services.
Before AirTran moved into Pensacola, our fares were a lot higher, and what they did when they moved in is they reduced the fares 60%.
Mobile Regional Airport Marketing Manager Julie Bordes says not having a discount carrier is the #1 reason Port City prices are higher.
Competition drives fares, and so for Mobile, we don't have a low fare or discount carrier, so the carriers within our market compete with each other. And I will tell you this, over the last couple of months, our fares have gotten more and more competitive.
The airlines at Mobile Regional will have to compete with a few more Delta flights starting June 5th. That's when Delta will upgrade its aircraft and add 2 daily flights to Atlanta from Mobile.
When you compare us to other airports our size around the nation, I think it just makes us a little bit more competitive. Gulfport is their airport is about the same size as ours in terms of seats per week. And I think it just gives our passengers more options and hopefully, gives them one more reason to look at Mobile Regional Airport.
Which is great news for perpetual travelers like McKinnon. Now, if only his flight to Mumbai could be a little shorter. An American Airlines representative I spoke with said when they determine ticket prices, they consider the cost of operating the flight, distance of the flight, the aircraft type, the number of cities served from the departure city, and even the types of travelers who typically fly the route, whether they're business or leisure flyers. For tips on how to find the lowest fare, log on to our website, fox10tv.com, and click on the Ticket to Ride story.
I also talked to the head of the Mobile Airport Authority, Bill Sisson, about high fares and what can be done about them. You can see my interview with him right now by clicking on the On the Money tab of our website, fox10tv.com.